if you have grown up in a struggling background, there are just those habits that we may have, unknowingly taken up that hinder us from becoming the person or the people that we want to be. And there is need for us to make adjustment, to make replacements of these habits. Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope you're good. I hope you're fine. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you've been here supporting me, thank you so much. The 180 of you, I do love and appreciate your support. You have no idea, guys. I do appreciate you. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for being here to support my dream. And if this is your first time to click or come across this channel, please don't make it your last. Consider subscribing and join this beautiful family. Be a part of this family. We are growing, we are becoming the best, and just make a point to subscribe. Let's not waste time. I just want to share with you 10 tips I am doing to level up and set myself up for success, because you know what we're doing on this channel. We want to become the best. We are working towards the best versions of ourselves, towards becoming who we are meant to be, and we need to prepare ourselves. We need to become these people who are ready for success. And excuse me guys, a disclaimer: if you hear any noise, please excuse that, because there is, I think, some construction going about. Success is what you attract when you become, and I'm not just talking about money. I'm just not talking about being successful and having money, but I'm talking about the all-rounded successful person: a successful marriage, successful parenting, successful person, and all that. And I have been on this journey where I'm setting myself up for success. I'm leveling up. I'm doing things that set me up for success. If it be marriage, if it be parenting, if it be career-wise, I just want to become. And I'm talking to people also who are not thinking of, their future looking, just as how do I put it? Poverty is not your future. I'm talking to people who are determined to change their lives, who are determined to become better, to live a better life. And these are tips that you can apply. They don't need money. They don't need any additional things. They just need you to come to a place where you are adjusted and you are working towards becoming a better self. Because I've learned that for you to attract anything, you have to work towards attracting. If it be a spouse, that's what they say. Have you become the person you're looking for? So that's the same thing. We have to become successful people before we attract that success, that, a whole-rounded successful life that we want. The first tip is working towards self-love. I cannot preempt this. It is something that everyone has talked about. But personally, I want to talk about my experience also. Because when I started to make deliberate steps towards loving myself and taking care of myself, prioritizing myself, doing things that matter to me, I have seen a huge difference, and I have seen myself level up, in how I relate with myself. And when you are at a good place, you are able to think, you are able to work towards your dream, you are able to achieve what you want to. And so self-love. And how is this? I'm learning to pay attention to me. I'm learning to spend time with myself. I'm learning to love myself and give myself the love that I will give to my loved ones, because that has not been me for the longest time. I haven't, I started this journey some time back, but I have come to learn also that self-love grows. That's the same way love for others grows, self-love grows. I'm taking care of my skin, I'm taking care of my hair. You come to a point where you get mad at seeing a bad hairline, then you make deliberate steps to making it better, using putting on protective hairstyle, doing things that make you feel good and well taken care of. That is what I'm talking about. Working out, yes, if it makes you feel good, do it. Doing facials, this is something I've also been so deliberate about, and it doesn't need you to have money. I remember when I don't have money to buy scrubber, to buy all those things, I use lemons. I'm telling you, I've had a pathetic face for the longest time, but I have bought lemons, I have used sugar, those natural things. I've used what do we call this, aloe vera, and it has really helped to upgrade my skin. And if you have small money, prioritize yourself, buy things for yourself that can enhance your look, because how you also look is very important to yourself, not even to other people. Do my nails, do pedicure, manicure if you can. If I can't do, I find other things to do. But if I'm in a position to do, I'm learning to prioritize myself, to love myself. And I'm telling you, it is so yielding and it is so essential, because you cannot have the motivation to work towards being a success if you yourself are failing in terms of self as a person. Number two, investing in myself. This is something that I'm so deliberate about, so deliberate. I am reading books. I am currently reading, Atomic Habits, and I just want to grow better habits. I want to learn, better habits and come up with a good habits that will set me up for success. And also, investing in myself in terms of listening to both podcasts, listening to videos that are impactful, they're edifying. So yes, I am investing myself. I'm learning so much about finances. I'm learning so much about investing, saving, budgeting, even though I am not at that place. But those are the things you prepare yourself, so that when you're at a place where you are now attracting, let's say, money, you know how to use money, you know how to invest the money. Because most of the time I've learned that it's not because we don't have, it is because we don't know how to use it when we have it. And so that is why it is important to take this time as you are setting yourself up for success, to invest in knowledge, build yourself up, do what you have to do. If we have to change, if we have to have a good life, we have to do things that we have to do. And just this phrase that Kenyans are using, pesa haitaki kelele, the same way, like, there are habits that may not attract, those things, and we have to work towards making ourselves better, investing in ourselves, and becoming those people who can attract success. The third point is living an intentional life, intentionality. I'm at this point in my life where I'm so intentional about what I do, what I give my time to, I'm intentional about, what I choose to do. I just don't want to do things for the sake of doing. I'm being an intentional person also where I am, this Jim Rohn says that wherever you are, be there. And it takes intentionality to maximize on the moments of our lives. If it be the moment where you have all the time, you are not working, you are not, let's say, employed. If you are looking for employment, you don't have the money to do your business, but you are intentional about the small things in your life, be it serving people, be it, volunteering, being there, giving the most, being intentional about the small things in your life where you are, be there, being intentional about the time I spend with my loved ones, being intentional about how I relate to people, just living a life of intentionality and not leaving things to chance, not just letting life happen. No, just being intentional is very important, so that you are not also wasting lots of time because you are intentional. I've actually come to a point where I have a daily to-do list and I'm working towards it being so consistent. And this really helps me to make sure that I have attended to everything that I wanted to do in that specific day, on that specific day. And it helps me also not to waste time, and I'm also intentional to meet my daily targets. And so intentionality is so important as we set ourselves up for success. Don't let things happen, don't let life happen. No, those are not habits of successful people, and we are becoming as we attract. The fourth point is working on my relationship, building my relationships, and also, growing my relationships, and also doing away with the wrong relationships. I have learned that relationships are so vital to where we are going. And this is also because I have come to learn that some energies we don't need them. Some energies will draw you back to from what you want to achieve. There are people around you who don't want to see you successful, and that is a fact. And we are being taught also on Sunday that there are people who don't need to be in your life. You should not be prioritizing them. And I'm so intentional about working on my relationships, keeping the right relationships and letting go of the wrong relationships. Very intentional about it, because energy is of essence, attitude is of essence, the environment around us is of essence too, or even contributing to where we want to be and where we are headed. And so I'm working towards. I have also had a problem in terms of relating, and just I have good friends that have not been putting in so much effort, and I'm so intentional also on doing better and building these relationships that have been building me, because we have those people who have been rooting for us and have been pushing, and I'm working also towards the same. Just be a good friend and also be there for my friends, and also just build healthy relationships and set the right boundaries to also to guard myself from negative energy, toxic people out of my life. So intentional about that, because if we have to become who we have to be, there is a price that you have to pay, and we have to be intentional about this thing. And so mind your company. I'm also a person growing up. I have really been intentional about taking care of my associations, because I know bad company corrupts good moral. And it is of essence to take care. If you want to go far, you have to look at, they say that you are a sum total of the 5 people that surround you. If you're surrounded by toxicity, by negativity, then you can be sure you're not going far. There is nowhere you are going, because you are a result of the association that you keep. And so that is one tip that is very essential in your leveling up journey. Have people who challenge you. I thank God for the few friends I have. They challenge me. They are driven, and they are also happy for who I am becoming. That is what I want. They are pushing me when I'm relaxed. They push me out of my comfort zone, and that is what I really want at this point of my life. They challenge me, they speak sense into me, and they tell me when I'm on the wrong, when I'm doing the wrong thing. And because I know they have the right heart, I am willing to keep them and work towards being a better friend, being a better person to my association. So yes guys, you want to make sure that your association is healthy, is good, is challenging, it is motivating. Our fifth point is building my character, also working on my character. I know there is the character of successful people. There is no way you can be a person of lack of integrity, lack of discipline. I'm working towards also humility, because I know there are temptations that come with success. And if you don't work on yourself, develop the right characters, because I am talking from a point and to people who know that success is not a debate. It is not about if. We are a success. At this point, I can confidently say that I am a success. I don't need anyone to convince me, because I'm at a point where I know even the way I'm carrying myself, it is just success. I am just smelling success. And so there are characters that you have to build: humility, discipline, integrity, faithfulness. Those are things that I want to make sure that they are a part of me, that no matter how far I grow, no matter what I achieve in life, these are things that I want to be a part of me. I want to be a disciplined person. I want to be a humble person. I want to be a person of integrity, a faithful person, depending on also the character that you would love to work on. That just things that are essential to people who want to be successful. And so yes, we have to build our character. We have to become those people who are well behaved, well mannered. One thing about me, I don't take bad behavior. I don't take lack of discipline, lack of character. I dislike that. And so of course I have to work also towards bettering myself and becoming that person who I want to be, and becoming that person who I also want to attract, because I also don't love around me people who are not of character, people who are not disciplined, people who are not well behaved. Taming my mouth and working on managing what I say, what I speak, because I've learned that also for you to be successful. There is a friend of mine who said that someone asked this successful man, and he said that your problem is you talk too much. Yes, that is your problem. And you realize that I've learned also, because I've been practicing this, that for you to achieve what you want to achieve, be it in any area of your life, learn to shut your mouth. Keep quiet on the things that you have to do and you want to do. Learn to be silent. Don't just be blabbing. That is why also, the Jesus had to be hidden. Moses had to be hidden, because some things, when they come up early, there are people who want to kill them. There are people who want to destroy them. And if we have to go far, we have to learn to tame our mouths, take care of what we say, what we speak about, what we post. I am so deliberate about also what I post, especially on what I'm doing, what I'm planning to do, what is going on in my life. If I feel, is not, important for me to do that. And so just manage what you put across, manage what you speak, and also just managing what you tell people, because at times some things are not worth saying. And this is one big lesson I've learned in life. If I could have kept quiet on some things in my life, I think I wouldn't be battling with some things, some emotional, trauma that come with you opening up and telling people. Sorry guys, as I was saying, there are some things that are not important for you to say, because at times some people may use it against you, and you realize that some people may not have the right heart, even though they are there wanting to listen to you. So be mindful of what you say, even as you level up. That is why you realize that as people grow up, people use, the things that they had and they knew of them against them. So that is one thing I'm also working towards. Of course, don't condemn yourself for things that already happened, but we are learning to make better choices and to become the best, the best versions as we work towards, setting ourselves up for success and leveling up. Be mindful of what you say, be mindful of what you put across, work in silence, be calm. Yeah, and it's something you can learn. I was someone who learned to, who was, will post things that I want to do, will say things, but I have learned to do things in silence. And it is so helpful. It saves you from so much drama, so much negativity, so much opinions. It is helpful. So tame your mouth. Yes, and I am doing that as we level up. That is our sixth point. Our seventh point, building a wealthy mindset. For us to be successful, we have to have the mindset of successful people. How do they think? How do they do things? What is their attitude? And this is also in replacement to the poverty mindset, especially if you've grown up in a struggling family, a family. Yeah, especially if you have grown up in a struggling background, there are just those habits that we may have, and unknowingly taken up, that hinder us from becoming the person or the people that we want to be. And there is need for us to make adjustment, to make replacements of these habits that stand in our way of becoming who we really want to be, and who we want to, what we want to achieve as individuals. There are some behaviors that we have developed due to our nature, our environments, that we have to adjust. And that means that is why you have to invest in ourselves. You have to learn from people who are wealthy. How do they think? You have to learn from people who have successful marriages. How do they behave? People who are successful in parenting. How do they go about it? Those are the things we want to adjust and develop that mindset. Because for you you have to be a mindset that is in real, that relates to that kind of life that you want to have. And so that is what I'm doing even as I level up, making, developing a good and wealthy, healthy mindset. There are some dependency, attitudes and behaviors that we have taken up due to where we have come from. We have to replace them. This behavior of not wanting to take responsibility of our lives, also we have to deal with them. Blaming people for why you are where you are, why you are struggling with what you are struggling with. Those are the things that we have to intentionally change our thinking about them and have the right thinking. Think how wealthy and successful people think. And that is what I'm doing in my level up journey as I set myself up for success. The eighth point is facing my traumas. There are things that we have experienced in life, things that we have gone through, that definitely and most definitely hinder the people that we want to become, hinder the people, that we will desire to be, successful people that we want to be. And these things require us to face them. First of all, we can't run away from them, because there are things in you that you struggle with. There are things in you that that pull you back. They make you to fear. They make you to think less of yourself. They make you to think that you cannot do it. You are meant for risk. There are traumas that hold you back when you want to go forward. You have to face them. You have to deal with them, because there is no way you will lie to yourself. There are moments when you want to go up, they will always bring you down, pull you back. If it takes you dealing with them, talking about them, and also healing from them, going on a journey of healing, just forgiving if you have to forgive. That is one thing I have come to learn. There is nowhere God will also not bless you if you are a person who is full of issues, because you may not be able to handle the blessing that He brings your way. So you have to be very intentional about dealing with your past traumas, your past issues, while growing up. Every one of us have childhood issues that tend to hinder us, how we think about ourselves, what we think we can achieve, who we think we can become. Those things, they must be dealt with on our level up journey as we work towards becoming. Deal with your traumas. And I want to go so much into all of them, but if you feel there is one of the points you will have us to expound more on them, I'm just mentioning them, then feel free to let me know and we shall go deep into them, because we are working together. The ninth point is, as we come to an end, is learning to say no, and knowing that no is a complete statement. Growing up, I have not been a person who feels confident to tell people no. I will make excuses, or I will blame others, but I want to say no. Things that don't serve me, when I don't feel comfortable of those things, I want to be confident to say no, I'm not comfortable, or no, I don't want to do that, or no, it doesn't serve me. Just know, and learning to say no to things, and not feeling that you owe anyone an explanation, because at the end of the day, I've learned that the things I would have said no to and I didn't say no to, they have come to bite me hard. And that is why we have to grow up. And even as we level up, we have to learn to say no. And there is nothing wrong with saying no. Just the same way when we say yes, there isn't anything wrong. People also have to learn to take no's from us. No, I am tired. No, I cannot do that. No, I'm not comfortable. No, it doesn't serve me. No, I don't agree with it. Yeah, and I'm growing towards being comfortable to say No, as a complete sentence. If we want to be wealthy, if we want to grow up, no, if you want to use your time to do something else and your friends want you to do something else, learn to say no, because these are things that are essential as we work towards us becoming successful people in our lives. And also they're essential to where we are going. We are going to be busy people, we're going to be family people, we'll need time with our families. We have to start to say no to things that may take away from what is of importance to us. So yes, guys. And lastly, finally, grow your relationship with God. I have been very intentional about growing my relationship with God and learning to make God a very close friend to me, learning to interact with God personally, asking God questions about where I'm going, or the person He wants me to be, telling God to deal with me on things that are limiting me from becoming a success, learning to talk with God and just inquiring more of God, just consulting more of God, because I know God knows my future already, and I would love to walk with Him. I would love to walk with someone who is already sure of where I'm going. And so I'm growing my relationship with God. I'm growing my prayer life, my reading of the Word, my time with God. I'm really, really being intentional about prioritizing such times with God. So I hope and pray that this video is a blessing and encourages you to go towards becoming a successful person by, first of all, starting to work on yourself, build the right habits, build the right character, invest in yourself, and become to attract success. Because one thing I've learned, once you become, you attract. When you become the woman, you attract the man of your dreams, the man you will want to have, the man that God has for you. Once you become, we attract the careers that you want to have. Once we become, we attract the families, we become the parents that you want to be, we attract the relationships that you want, and automatically the wrong relationships will fall off, because automatically there'll be people who will feel like you are too much, and that is okay. We are no longer in the same league and frequency, and it is fine. And feel comfortable when things change, when you are leveling up. It is obvious you cannot go up with the same people who you were with down there if they have to not be leveling up. We have to be comfortable with that. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Consider to like, it helps to support and grow my channel. Comment down below what you also think we can work on if you have gone ahead of us and also you are experiencing success in one or two or in any area of your life. Feel free to comment and also help us become better people. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your support on this channel. God bless you. I love you so much. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, turn on the notification bell, be notified anytime I put across new content. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.